89.3 2GLF.
You are now listening to Three Quirks and a Twerk at 89.3 FM.
This is my station.
Action.
It's just insane and I love it.
Entertainment.
Hey guys, it's Selena Gomez.
Hey, this is Ed Sheeran.
Hey guys, it's Taylor Swift.
Entrepreneurs.
You need to learn this business, and this is the time to do it.
And empowerment.
Become an insider. So you have to know the rules before you get in the game.
It's Friday.
I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday.
Why be moody? Shake that booty and tune in to the voice of the continent.
89, I can't believe it's definitely Friday. So why are we being moody? We're going to shake that booty today, right, Darren? Are you going to shake your booty, mate?
I'm shaking already.
Are you shaking your booty, or you're just going to have fun with us this Friday?
It's going to be a lot of fun today. We've got some great guests.
Yes.
We're going to do some fun stuff, learn some fun stuff, sing maybe, who knows what we're going to
Sing,
do.
dance, you never know. That's the thing with our show, is that everything goes, right?
Absolutely.
No matter what it is, we want to have fun. And this is the message we want to get out there to our drivers who are driving home on a Friday afternoon. Tune in, dance with us, sing with us, but make sure you don't bloody speed as well, because the weather's looking quite bad outside as well. So what's your week looking like, Darren? You've been pretty busy, boy, haven't you, mate?
I've been busy. I've been very busy doing lots of stuff. Recruiting, podcasting, bit of photography stuff.
Bloody hell.
It's been a bit all over the place.
Yes, and also a congratulations to Fairfield City Council for launching the 24-hour economy for the local business out there. I was at their launch the other day, and we have been working hard to push to make sure that bring back the nightlife, because Clover Moore a few years ago stopped bloody King's Cross in Sydney. We live in the best place in Sydney. Tourism was fantastic, and then they stopped the whole thing. King's Cross is dead. Sydney's dead. So we're working with government agencies now to bring back the nightlife. So now things are happening, and we'd love to be able to see more councils jumping on board, to support the nightlife, so that we can bring the tourism money back into the local area, mate,
Absolutely. I agree. I'm always talking about this with friends. Sydney is the first world city.
Yes.
And after 10, 11 p.m., everything's shut.
Hang on. Don't say 10, 11 p.m. It's like 6 p.m. you go there, half the bloody shop is closed, mate,
That's right. It's crazy.
I'm like, that's ridiculous. And here we are trying to promote tourism and getting people to come and visit Australia, especially Sydney, of course, we're like the best, right? To come here, to stay here, to eat here. But yet when they come here, everything's bloody damn closed.
Absolutely.
Come on, Albanese, get off your backside, mate, Let's support the nightlife here. But joke aside, we're here today. We have got Carmel. I'll let you introduce this, because this is the first time that I've actually come across anyone that specialises in this. So, psychotherapist, Carmel, you're joining the Three Quirks and Twerk. Darren and I, we think we need your service, by the way.
Definitely.
Hello. Lovely
How are
to be
you?
here.
That's why we
I'm
really
well.
invited you here.
Oh, thank you.
We
Yes.
invited you here because I noticed that Darren's going a bit, down the hill. So we want to see if we can get some free counselling service for our friend Darren here.
I think everybody could use counselling.
Yes.
So important.
Tell us a bit about you specialise in a certain type of counselling. I haven't heard of this before.
Yes, I do. So I'm actually a Gestalt therapist.
Yeah.
And it's a particular modality.
Mm-hmm.
So all counselling have different ways of approaching things. So my Gestalt is about, people come to therapy because they're seeking resolution.
Okay.
They want balance in their life, and they're, being stuck is painful. It's a painful place to be in. So Gestalt is about uncovering what's stuck, fixed beliefs and patterns, and it's doing that from a curious perspective.
Okay.
So raising curiosity, raising awareness, because usually the patterns are from childhood that are now have moved into adulthood.
Yeah.
So it's the important part of Gestalt is it's very dynamic and it works in the present moment.
Okay.
So the word, it is a German word, Gestalt. So there are a multitude of interpretations and variations, but ultimately it's about shape, form, and holistic. Okay. So when a person comes to therapy, we look at them like it's viewed like what is their environment like? Where have they come from?
Right.
And that's an important aspect.
Okay.
And it's also about what are they noticing in their body and their somatic awareness, what's happening on the inside. And it's also the relationship, the therapeutic relationship is really important.
Okay.
Because what happens is the questions are around what's happening in the moment. It's not like, so tell me about your past.
Gotcha.
So when someone's telling a story, they're going to have body sensations and symptoms or certain type of memory of what's happened to them. So this is where we work with that sliver. Okay. Yeah, it's very dynamic, and that can be confronting for people. But the unique part of Gestalt is experimentation.
Okay.
Now we're getting into it.
Yeah, now we're getting into it.
Because when I hear Gestalt Psychotherapist, I've got this visual picture of people in white jackets strapped down to see you. Do you deal with these dream cases, or
that's his favourite movie, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Oh yes, I do remember that movie with Jack Nicholson.
No, they're not your clients,
no,
right?
So definitely not. There's no lounge or couch. There's it's
no
a relaxed,
white jackets, anything
no
like
white
that.
jackets.
Okay.
It's a very relaxed atmosphere.
I was getting excited.
Yeah,
anyway.
you were getting excited.
I was getting excited.
You were having flashbacks of that movie, huh?
Yes. I got a flashback a few years ago when they let me out. That's all.
That was a really good movie, Jack Nicholson. I liked that movie.
That's right. So when you're saying shapes and all that, can you maybe elaborate? How does that revolve around the counselling side of it, especially with the modality like what you're doing now? That's interesting.
Yes. So what the shape is, what shapes the person. So when a person comes to therapy, they're already familiar with the struggle, the pain. So they want to have a different experience in the room. And experimentation is that offering to have a different experience. Okay. So it might be when someone's in conflict, we've got these two opposing forces.
Yeah.
And when you're in conflict, these two forces want to have expression. You know, one's vying for attention and this one's vying for attention. So there's an internal stuckness.
So this is happening in someone's mind, like your client's mind.
Yeah.
So wow, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, it could be happening inside their mind, or it could be a particular issue. So the experiment would be that the space is created so these two parts of the person, the struggle, can have a voice.
Yes.
And it's interesting when that's invited, because there's a type of energy. So for example, it might be, I'm really anxious and I overwork, I procrastinate, and I'm a perfectionist on top of that.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, there's a part that, wants to relax.
Yeah.
But when they relax, they feel guilty.
Oh, yeah.
So then there's that internal pressure. Yeah. So either one gets a voice and is in active mode, or the other one gets a voice. And of course, over time, that pain gets greater and greater, because if we're overworking and we're stressed, it impacts your health.
Okay.
Impacts relationships. So then it might be that the overworking part is, I feel like I'm in control and it's important for me and I feel safe. And then it might be then that relaxed part feels guilty.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't want to go to the feelings of guilty, because guilty is uncomfortable. So feelings like shame and, anger or guilt, they're hard feelings to feel. We don't necessarily move towards them. So when this experiment is set up, there's an opportunity for both parts to speak. And then what happens is there's an underlying need that comes out. There could be a memory from the past. There could be, desires, wishes or hopes. So each part has their own unique view.
So Carmel, so do you feel that the generation that we're living in here now, I do know that there's a lot of issues in terms of people going through a lot of hard time mentally, physically, because of the challenges that they put on themselves. But one of the biggest issue what I can identify is social media. And over the years, I see that a lot of people are affected by social media.
Yeah.
So how is this reflected back to what the services that you can offer to these people? Because they're meant to their stuff, because they're on the social media every single day, and their family's ruined, their life is ruined. So how can you get your message to your clients that sometimes they need to be a balance?
Yes, and it's very true in what you say in that. So I think what's happening today is that people are having relationships with their devices and social media. So when you're in the room with a person, you actually get to experience yourself in relationship. So when you're on social media or you're behind a computer or video gaming, you're actually there isn't any mirroring that's happening back. Yeah. There could be comments, and this is where conflict starts, but there isn't that's where the therapeutic relationship is so important, because then the therapist is able to see, hey, when I asked that question, you moved away from here. Yeah. So how can social media do something like that? Yeah. Yeah. It's more about judgment, and shaming. So then nothing seems to move or get resolved through that. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Yeah, because I feel that your role is very critical, because if you look at our last year or two, there has been so many things happening with, say, school kids, suicide, bullying, and all that. And all this has been attributed to social media. So I know the government's doing a lot now in terms of like controlling social media to a certain age group and all that. But as a counsellor yourself, what would be your message out there, especially to the mums and dads who are struggling to control the bloody kids, because the kids know it all now, right? What would a mum and dad know? So what would be your message to parents who are listening to our show today? What advice would it be for them to control the bloody kids so that they don't go down that dark path?
Yes. I think the message and what's key here is engagement. So engagement is be interested and a part of your child's life. Yeah. And it starts when they're young. Yeah. I think engagement is about asking questions, being interested, understanding, and it's coming from a place where there's curiosity. So you could even be curious about, so what is it about gaming or social media that captures your attention? Okay. Yeah? So it's really understanding and finding out what it is that brings them closer to that relationship with social media.
Okay. Let's hold their thoughts. We're going to come back. And I say, Darren, you're a nasty guy, because I saw that, you got so much anger in you. You were abusing your bloody Apple phone. Hence the reason why Carmel's in the studio here to give us free counselling service.
I did notice that.
You noticed that, Carmel?
I did notice
frustration.
Yes. Frustration. Would you like to share with us on air what's going through your mind at the moment, Darren?
Just, technology.
Tell me what's
frustration with technology.
Carmel,
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. You know what I hate with technology or anything nowadays? You buy something, you get it delivered, you're excited, you open it up, and then it doesn't work. Like there's so much, the quality control these days is so poor that I've always got to take something back, and by the time I actually get to use it, it's 2 weeks later.
Yes. Do you get this a lot, Carmel? Like,
I do, yes.
Technology anger,
Very much so, yes.
Yeah.
It's all about technology.
Can we get a special discount for my mate Darren here? Because obviously he needs more than one session. I think he probably need 20 bloody sessions.
Ongoing therapy.
Ongoing therapy. Gestalt Psychotherapist, mate. Bundle. So the way I look at it, right, life is beautiful, right, Carmel?
Yes.
At the end of the day, I think a lot of people complicate the life so much, right? And music to me is life, right? So when I'm down, I'm upset, I pump that music up, and music kind of cheers me up. So I want to see from your perspective. I know that you love the 80s, you love the 90s, so today, this is your opportunity to showcase your talent. Not only are you good at counselling, but you can also, beat out a tune for our listeners here today, right? And you actually requested a song called Holiday by Madonna. Okay, and Darren's going to be your sidekick, your backup singer, right?
Yeah,
so
singer.
With no further ado...
So we're going to do this, Darren?
We're going to do this. We're going to do this, all right? Okay. So we're going to do a karaoke Friday.
Karaoke Friday.
Yes, with Carmel here for those who are stressed, from Monday to Friday. You're driving home. This is your free therapy, by the way, from Carmel here. So let's get the ball rolling. I am impressed, Carmel. Well done.
Wow, I've just fulfilled a bucket list to get up and see some more
So we have just fulfilled your dream today,
Yes,
have we not,
you have.
Carmel?
Absolutely.
All right, so this is going to
Wow.
be one of those magical moments where she's going to drive home and she's going to be singing in the car still. You know, she's going to love this interview. But joke aside, I mean, you specialise in helping a lot of career women out there as well. Is that what your area is specialising, of helping career women as well, or it's just like general?
Look, it's mainly women that are stressed, and it can be from career, and it is general as well.
Okay.
But it's about having a sense of identity, and when we're under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, we kind of lose sense of who we are. So it's only when something happens, like there can be a death in the family or someone close to you, or a loss of job, that it's a catalyst to see something.
So what about self-doubt? Do you feel a lot of women are going through a lot of self-doubt, emotional fatigue? Is that because of the society we live in? Everything's just going so fast, and a lot of females out there, I'm assuming a lot of young females out there, have some self-doubt, self-worthiness. Is this the kind of things you see a lot?
I do see a lot of that, and it's almost like a procrastination in the inner talk, and what's going on the inside is like, should I do this? Should I do that? No, I'm not good enough. It's like the story that they're telling themselves is internal.
Okay.
And sometimes trauma comes from something that's happened. Yeah. It's like our nervous system is incredible. We have this amazing nervous system that tells us what goes on. There's so much information that the nervous system can talk about.
That's correct.
So if something happens and there's self-doubt, our bodies might freeze, So, and then we might get taken back to something from the past, but it's happening in the future, in the present, So it's about working with what's happening in the now, the thoughts that are going alongside with that, as well as the body, to calm the nervous system, because it's on alert,
Can I touch on one thing you mentioned earlier, Carmel? I love when you said we've got an internal struggle between these two sides, or maybe more.
Yes.
But when you said we need to organise or set up an experiment to actually express those sides, how does that work? What does that look like?
Yeah. So it's something that's not planned. So as we're moving in therapy and in the space, there may be an expression of, and it can be anything, but there's these two opposing forces, and this is where I invite, in the moment, what would it be like if you were to speak to your anxiety?
So you almost take on a character. You switch characters. In the session.
And it's interesting, that actually does happen, but it's authentic. So when you're sitting in that position, anxiety will have a body structure. And it will have specific kind of words. And it might even be, like I keep criticising myself, or I'm in self-doubt. So what would it be like to fully be in self-doubt? So what would the words be? And there's usually one part that's probably, they call it top dog and underdog, and there's usually one part that's kind of got more of a say than the other part.
So this is all going in your mind. So this is like happening right now as you speak in your mind. So they're actually playing two characters. Is that how it is?
Yeah, it's sometimes it's not conscious, and people are not aware of it. So, for example, they're not aware that they're talking about self-doubt, or they're putting themselves down, So it can be a slow chip away, but that's happening. So people might come to therapy because, you know what, how come I can't get that job? Or how come I can't go on that date? Or why is it that I'm not meeting people of...
But if I'm starting to talk to myself, Carmel, like, people might think I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm walking down a street and I'm thinking, David, do you want this cheesecake? And I'll turn and say, no, David, I don't want that cheesecake.
It's Thursday, it's
I want that chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake day
People
today.
might think I'm bloody Looney Toony.
Well, the important part is, Davey, that it needs to be done in a therapeutic space.
Okay.
Because my role in witnessing this, because there's actually it's quite powerful in witnessing that. I think that's really important, especially like in group work, being witnessed.
Okay.
So there needs to be a facilitation of the dialogue. Sometimes it happens naturally because suddenly there's a space for this to be expressed, and sometimes it's like, oh, not sure. And I don't know what's going to come out. So I'm actually in a position of the unknown too.
Oh, okay.
So it's important that the space is held and I facilitate. I don't interrupt.
Yes.
And it's as little or as much as possible that I get involved.
Fascinating.
Yeah? Or if there's something forgotten, I might repeat. So this part said this. Yeah. So how would you respond to that?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you help your clients to really slow down, because we know that 2025 has been a bloody hectic year. Everyone's going too fast.
Yeah.
So you want your clients to reconnect with their body, with their mind, with their soul. Is that through playing games?
It could be.
Yeah.
So I could introduce. Well, I love working creatively.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's not about just sitting in a chair.
Good.
So I really tune into, and I might even invite something. So what would it be like if you were to draw this anger that you're experiencing? You know, say for Darren. What would it be like? What would it be like to draw that what your experience with technology?
Yeah.
And that way, it gets the clients out of their mind and more into their bodies.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised as to what gets put onto the paper, actually.
Because you're accessing your subconscious.
Yes, and a different part of the brain rather than the logic side of the brain.
Okay.
I know with some people, in a particular person that I'm working with, it's like, you know, I've got to sit and I thought, hang on a minute, what if you could use the space in the room? What would you do? So I invited that. Yeah. And then they got up and walked around. It's like, wow, I feel really present with myself. Yeah. So I support people to emotionally regulate themselves. Okay. Yeah. I think that's a skill.
Do you find that one session might be enough sometimes to bring on the awareness of what those two sides are going through in their minds?
It's probably more than that, because the therapeutic relationship needs to develop for that, for people to go into that vulnerable place, because it could be vulnerable.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, so a few more sessions needed, to get to that place.
So what would be the pros and cons of actually utilising, say, a therapist? I mean, a lot of people say, well, I'm fine, I don't need to see a therapist. Yeah. So what are the pros and cons of maybe reaching out to someone like yourself if they know that they're struggling at the moment, they have self-doubt? And you mentioned the keyword procrastination. Man, I procrastinate all the time.
Don't we all? I can relate to that.
We all procrastinate as well. So when is a good time to reach out to you to seek your service? Yeah.
I actually think that even if there isn't an issue, to reach out for support. Yeah. Because it's not always there's something wrong. Yeah. There's a discovery and we can explore together what hopes are or what wishes are. So, you know, therapy has a stigma that there's something wrong with me if I go to therapy. But it's not necessarily always the way. It's when you have that experience of support.
Because a safe space. That's the beautiful word you used before. You have a safe space to express.
Friends and family can do therapy to a certain degree, but it's not the same as going to a deeper place of vulnerability.
Correct. Let's hold our thoughts. Let's get another break on. We're here having a chat to Carmel here about psychotherapist training. I mean, this is a really deep conversation for a Friday, but, you know, but it's so good to have this conversation because there are a lot of tunes out there who are struggling, and I guess at the end of the day, like myself and like Darren, like, you know, if you are really struggling with life in general, you know, reach out to Carmel and people out there who are specialised in these areas to help you, because at the end of the day, maybe they know something that we don't know. 89.3 FM, you are tuning in with the Three Quirks and a Turk. We have here Darren and the singing psychotherapist Carmel in the studio with us. We are so lucky, Darren, aren't we?
We are. I'm glad you put the word therapist in there, not the singing psycho.
Yes.
That's a different story.
Yeah, that's right. That's
the singing psychotherapist.
It was interesting during our intermission that we were talking to Carmel as to why she doesn't offer her services to the male species.
That's right.
And one of the answers was quite interesting because I just think you just gave up on us at a full stop. Is that right, Carmel? Do you think we're just beyond help?
Not true.
Are you
no,
sure?
So not true. Absolutely
then why don't
not.
you offer your service to the male species out there?
I do offer my services
just double the price.
to the male species. Yes.
It's interesting because you're saying that females are easy to work with, but there's a lot of viral videos going out there, right? And they were saying that when a man says he loves you, he goes, I love you. But when a woman wants to say I love you, she goes around in circles, 360 degrees everywhere, and down to the bottom, I love you. Yeah. So is that the reason why you think we men are just too simple species to work with?
No, not at all.
No?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I think men are like more of a matter of fact and solution focused. Yeah, how can I fix this? Yeah.
And females, you think they're not solution focused, or they're a bit more?
Oh no, they can be. Yes, but more exploratory.
Okay.
Can see that there's an exploration and a curiosity, whereas men like, how do I get from here to here? Or what's the way to get there?
Okay.
Yeah,
and they say that
it's a different approach.
And men should always just be in the moment, give the woman space to express, but not give a solution.
Yes.
That's what they say.
To hold the space.
Hold the space, but not give a solution. Whereas men just want to say, why don't you just do this?
Yes.
No.
Well, it's funny you're saying that because there's another video that's going around.
What are these videos you're watching, Davey? I don't know about that.
I get people sending me all these videos to watch, right? Here's another video, right? There's this lady, right? And husband and wife. And she's got a nail in her head, right? And then
she's alive?
She's alive.
Oh.
And she's just sitting there talking to her husband, and she's saying, look, I've got a bad day today, I've got a headache, I don't know what's going on in my life. And the husband's trying to say, you got a nail yet? She goes, are you interrupting me again? Can I just talk? Why are you interrupting me? I've got a headache now. So this conversation goes on for like half an hour. And then at the end, the husband then trying to say, look, there's a nail yet. And she went psycho on him. She goes, you're not understanding me. You're not listening to me. Why don't you listen to me? Yeah. So do you feel like male and female, we are just on a totally different wavelength?
Totally different wavelength. But another way that you could approach that is the male could say, so what do you think's causing the headache?
Oh, yeah.
Rather than going, there it is.
Okay.
Explore it, it'll be curious. Yeah. And then she gets to explore, you see.
Okay, that's interesting.
Men can do that. Males can do that.
Yep.
Yeah?
Can you do that, Darren?
I can do that.
I think I struggle with that.
Side.
Yes.
I think I struggle with that because we men are always solution-based.
True.
Isn't it?
But I get very frustrated because I want everything now. I just want to do what I got to do and move on.
Yeah.
So if I go for half an hour talking about the nail, I'll just go bananas.
I see.
I'll just get up and say, I'll just go, it's gone.
It's that.
Yes. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Now you see why we need Carmel in this world because...
we need a balance.
We need
that balance. Yeah.
We need a balance.
It's very complimentary, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So if people want to reach out to you, Carmel, what's your social handles?
Yes. So it's my name. So it's Carmel Catanuto -psychotherapy.com.au, my website.
Okay.
Or on Instagram, it's Carmel Catanuto Psychotherapy. Yeah.
Okay.
So they can reach me there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so if people want to reach out to you, they can reach out to you now. What would be your advice to a lot of people out there who are going through a lot of challenges in their life and they still fear that if they reach out to you, they might get judged? Yeah.
It's a hard one, isn't it? Judgment and shame are like a cruel, really stop people from seeking advice, support. So I would say that counselling is a space where it's safe and there isn't judgment. So if there's a struggle, you don't have to be alone with it. And it's important to, it's important to seek the support that you need for your health. Yeah, and I think we're always evolving. Yeah. We're always in process. So it's about keeping the flow and keeping that movement, and there is no shame in reaching out for support.
Love that.
So true. And what's interesting is in America, for example, therapy is almost common practice.
It is.
Whereas here it's a cultural thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a cultural aspect to that. Yeah, in America, it's like, oh, well, my therapist said.
Everybody
or,
goes once a week to the therapist. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
But Americans, mate, honestly, they're beyond bloody help, these bloody Americans. You know what I mean? They're beyond help. They're not like us Aussies, right? Don't even care
We
about
tough it out.
We tough it out, mate.
I know, right?
Oh, mate, these Americans, honestly.
Yeah.
So your plan for the weekend? Anything exciting?
I have a very exciting weekend.
Nice.
So I'm going out for Greek food tomorrow night at Brighton Le Sands.
Throw some plates.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, no plates.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
But I'm going dancing into 80s and 90s
love
music.
that.
Huh?
Is it like a
still
disco?
happens.
Is it like a disco?
Yes, it's a real disco.
Wow.
Getting dressed up and dancing,
God.
shaking the moves.
Shaking your booty.
Shaking
You
your
bet.
booty.
That's it.
Carmel shaking her booty.
You bet.
Lovely. I reckon bring back the 80s and 90s,
I know,
right?
me too.
Even there's a lot of school kids these days, they love the era. They love the 70s, they love the 80s, and they love the 90s.
They do.
You know, and the music and all that.
Yeah, see, it's timeless.
It is.
It's absolutely
timeless.
timeless.
It's classic,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So can I say, Carmel, our time is running out pretty fast. Can I say thank you so much for joining the Three Quirks and a Turn?
You can, and I would like to say thank you for inviting me. It's been an absolute pleasure and a laugh, and I've really enjoyed it. So thank you, Darren and Davey.
Davey, I hope you got a lot out of that because I invited Carmel specially for you. So I hope that you enjoyed that session.
So there was a motive for it, hey?
Well, there's a motive. Don't call me Carmel, I'll call you. You were tuning the Quirks. 89.3.